Hi folks, JD with ICOtec Game Calls. So you're new to calling coyotes and you've just picked up a new caller from ICOtec, whether it was the 320 plus, 300 plus, or the Furnado, and you're wondering, where do I even begin? What sounds do I play? How do I set up, make stands? Well, today I'd like to help you answer a few of those questions. Little background on each of the models: the 320 plus, 300 plus, and the Furnado. 320 plus comes with 30 pre-programmed sounds on it. 300 plus, Furnado each come with 15 sounds pre-programmed on them. 320 plus, 300 plus each have the ability to play sounds through Bluetooth capability as well. So if you've got the Animal Audio app on your phone and you've got sounds in your library on the Animal Audio app, you can extend your sound playing capabilities. Let me get into some of the calling situations and answer some of the questions that we receive. What sounds do I play when I start out? I'm going to recommend, being new, that you stay away from coyote vocals as much as you can to begin with, because they are fairly complex and you don't want to say the wrong thing to the coyotes and push them the other way versus bringing them to you. So I'm going to recommend starting out hunting with prey distress sounds. In each of these models, you're going to have like cottontail rabbits, jackrabbits, bird distresses, fawn distresses, maybe some farm animal distress sounds. So let's start with those sounds. And let's say you're out, you're set up on stand, and you're wondering, how long do I play those sounds? I will play those sounds each, like say a cottontail rabbit distress, maybe 5 to 7 minutes. And then I'll stop it, keep an eye on, for a lagging coyote showing up after the sound is stopped. And I'm going to pay attention to the birds in the area as well. I'm going to listen for the crows. I'm going to listen for, say, a blue jay in the distance, squawking, raising cane at something. That could tell me that, there might be a coyote approaching, or a bobcat or fox, because those birds will alarm and let everybody know that there's a predator potentially in the area. So I'm going to listen for things of that nature. And if I'm not hearing anything from the birds, then I'm going to go into a secondary prey distress. Maybe I ran a cottontail to begin with. I'm going to go to a bird distress at this point and let it run for another 5, 7, 8 minutes roughly. And then the same thing, I'm going to pause the sound. I'm going to listen to the environment. I'm going to wait and see if there's a lagging coyote, fox, or bobcat that shows up. If not, if I confirm, nothing's coming, I'm confident, then I'm going to, at that point, I will run a coyote vocal. And I would recommend running just a lone howl. All of these callers have a lone howl on them. Play a lone howl, let it sit after that series of lone howls, stop the caller, and then just sit there for a minute or two and watch and listen. And then nothing shows up after that lone howl, I'll go back into prey distress. I'll throw another rabbit distress, mouse, some kind of prey distress. And I'll run it for another, 5 to 8 minutes. And then the same thing. If nothing is showing up while the sound's playing, I'm going to wait a few minutes, listen to the environment, and confirm, okay, I'm sold, nothing's showing up. Then I'm going to go back into a coyote vocal. And that'll be another lone howl. And then I'm always going to stop my stands with some sort of a coyote distress or a coyote fight. Because many times you'll see, once you start hunting and getting some time under your belt, that distress of a coyote or that coyote fight is what it finally took for one to get on its feet and come in. So, coyote calling, it's not rocket science, but it's the way I look at it and the way I try and portray it to new people is it's a lot of little things that add up that need to be done correctly in order to be successful. So hopefully this little bit of information that I'm sharing with you today help you become more successful, and hopefully you're going to enjoy calling coyotes, fox, and bobcats and continue to do it. As always, I'd like to say thanks for watching, thanks for the purchase, and have a great day.